Hi, it's been a few days since I recorded this, what you're about to see, and I'm trying out a different camera here because my girlfriend has the other one. So I managed to get this thing to work. It's apparently recording, and I'll be interested to see if I can load that onto the computer because I don't have a cable for it. I have to put the card into a card reader, and we'll see what happens. There's some other footage on this camera, or on this card, that was taken with this camera, and I think it's snoring or something. We'll see what my girlfriend put on there. Anyway, I thought I'd give it a try, and then I'll patch it in with this other video that I made a few days ago and see if it works out. Okay, bye. Got a little call from police constable about 3 weeks late. He wanted to know what happened with those people who made the insurance claim against me. Well, I told him, refer to such and such file at car insurance and they'll tell you all about it. I'm done with this. I've said enough. I really don't want to deal with it anymore. Thank you. And then he said something to the tune of, you should be careful when you pick up drunks. I told him, I've been driving cab for 14 years. I could teach you a few lessons. Okay, don't bother me with this anymore. Thank you. Bye. Well, guys, I'm just waiting for another video to load. And I put my laundry down, and it's happening. I guess I'll have a beer while I wait for things to come together, and I'll tell you about another really bad Monday that just happened. Well, I typically go to work about an hour late. And I showed up in the parking lot and a taxi was not there. I'm thinking, oh, something went wrong. It broke down. So I went by the garage where they repair it, and the mechanic there said he hadn't seen it. He didn't know anything about it. That's weird. So I went back to the parking lot and the taxi was still not there. Then, of course, I got to a phone booth and called the office and said, hey, where's the taxi? Well, they said, oh, he's still on the road. I'll kick him off now and tell him to come back to you. Okay. So I went there, back in the parking lot, and waited, and I have a book to read all the time in case things get slow. So I was reading for about 20 minutes, and about 20 to 7 the guy shows up. It's a new guy. I've never seen him before. And he worked the day shift, and he gave me a song and dance that he was supposed to be in another car at 6 o'clock, but it was broken and in the garage, so they put him on this one because this car was off the road for the day, and he was supposed to start at 7, but the GPS didn't work, so he had to take it into the shop and have it repaired, so he only got started his shift at 11. You can hear the song and dance going on, right? Well, anyway, I got the car, 45 minutes after I usually get it, and that's an hour and 45 minutes late. Not that it matters much because, I can keep it late anyhow. But when I got in the car, there was a message on the mobile data terminal. Now, I hate these things, but there it was. It said, email, one message. So I figured out once again how to find out what the message was, because you have to go through a bunch of codes and different things, and it's just it's an application of making life more difficult than it has to be, rather than simpler in other circumstances. But anyway, so I got through there, and it was a message to call the general manager. So I run back to the phone booth instead of starting my day, and I call the general manager. I say, what's up? We have a complaint about you, said the manager. On Friday night, somebody had lost a lottery ticket in your taxi. Do you have it? And I said, well, no, I don't know anything about that. And then she proceeded to say that to the person who was calling, that, it may have been left on the seat and the next customer who got in grabbed it. And that was the end of that. So she asked me, do you know anything about a lottery ticket? I said, no. You know, it's not my responsibility to make sure you have your lottery ticket on you, especially if you think it's a winner. So, so we went on from there. And now she asked me about something else having to do with the car. Oh yes, about the mobile data terminal, and saying that some of the buttons are damaged and they get stuck sometimes, and asking me if it was me who did it. I said, well, you know, we all hate this thing, so it's possible that me and the regular day driver and everyone else who has driven this car in the last year has contributed in damaging the machine, possibly. And she says, if you have $1,200 to pay to replace it. I said, are you kidding me? I didn't even want this thing in the first place. I want to go back to voice right now. Well, of course, they're not going to listen to me. They're going to say it's progress, and this is the way things are. It's the computer age, so everything has to be a computer, even if it's bad. Well, okay, fine. So I said, well, you know, if this is going to be this way, you're going to be accusing me of breaking stuff all the time. I'm going to go to a fleet where they don't have computers, where they're still on voice radio. And she says, well, there's only one fleet that does that in town, and I know that. Well, anyway, the next piece of news was a real shocker. She said, the car you're driving it 5 nights a week. Well, the owner wants to put it on 4-night and 3-night split. So somebody will have it for 4 nights and somebody else will have it for 3 nights. I say, well, what does that happen? What does that do with me? It says you're going to have to look for another ride and you're going to have to look for another car. Oh, come on now. This is getting silly. And then she says, oh, by the way, the same owner has a car in another fleet, in the fleet with voice, available all the time. Now, if the guy pulls stunts on me like this in this fleet, what do you think he's going to do over there, where he manages the whole damn thing? No, I don't think so. I don't think I'm going over there. I mean, I like voice and everything, but I don't think I'm going to earn the same kind of money over there that I make over here. And really, you know, in January, it's starvation times. You want to be with a fleet that has a lot of phone calls. Anyway, going on from there, I'm thinking about it all night long, that that they're trying to maneuver me into doing something I don't want to do. And now I have to make decisions and all kinds of stuff. You know, don't you like it when life is just steady and things go smooth without somebody throwing a wrench into your gears like this? Well, I don't know. This was a full moon Monday, so I mean, I guess I was due, but come on, it's too much. I'm going to try and find some other solution to this problem. I have until January 1st to work something out. Up until then, I still have the car for 5 nights a week. You know, just when you think life is coming out to be alright, something has to happen to make it stupid again, and it usually comes in threes. Why does it have to be such a struggle? Why can't we all just get along? Why can't we all just have things work in such a way that it's amenable to everyone, and it doesn't have to be difficult for no reason? I don't know. This time of year just vibrates in the wrong direction for me, and you know, this is another indication. Just one more instance of things not working out. I can't wait till about June. Anyway, thanks for listening to this little rant, you know. See you soon. Bye.
Monday? Nothing? Tuesday. France is not Austria. You must accustom yourself to new people and new ways. Some guest sees my ambassadors outside. They carry too many cats. The rest.
Just a little update. It appears that I've managed to find myself another 5-day-a-week car. Things are going to be alright. Until next time, bye.